Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever stopped to think about why some new phone becomes a smash hit while another one that seems almost identical just disappears? Or why one brand of chips flies off the shelf while the one right next to it just sits there collecting dust? Well, that's the billion-dollar question, and today we're going to pull back the curtain on the secret tool companies use to get the answer right.
Every single company out there, from a tiny startup working out of a garage to a massive global corporation, is wrestling with this exact same challenge. They're all trying to crack the same code.
And it's a huge question, right? Because when you get it right, you've got a massive success on your hands. But when you get it wrong, oh boy, it can be a colossal failure, even for the biggest names you can think of. Okay, get this. Take Johnson & Johnson. They launched a gentle baby aspirin. Now, that sounds good, right? Gentle seems like a winning feature for a baby product. But here's the thing. Parents weren't looking for a gentle pain reliever. They just wanted something that worked safely and worked well. The whole product was built on a wrong assumption, and it totally flopped. This is the kind of mistake that can cost millions. So it really makes you wonder, how do smart companies avoid these massive blunders?
Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. They listen. They use this really powerful systematic process that basically acts as their eyes and ears out in the real world, helping them navigate what customers actually need and want.
Now, this process has a very official name, marketing research. And yeah, the definition you see here is a total mouthful. Systematic and objective identification, collection, analysis. Nobody talks like that in real life. So let's not get bogged down in the jargon.
Let's just cut right through it. What does it all really mean? It's the process of listening to customers so you can make smarter decisions. That's it. Think of it like a company's navigator. It's constantly checking the map, looking at the weather, and making sure the ship is pointed in exactly the right direction.
All right, so let's pop the hood on this thing and see how this navigator actually works. It turns out there are really two big missions it can be sent on. On one side, you've got what's called problem identification research. This is kind of like being a scout. You're looking out on the horizon for things that aren't obvious yet, maybe a new trend that's bubbling up or a subtle change in how people see your brand. Then, on the other side, you have problem-solving research. This is when the alarm bells are already ringing. Sales are down, and you need to figure out exactly why and how to fix it. Is it the product, the price, the ads? That's what this is for. And whichever mission they're on, it follows this super clear 6-step process. You start by defining the problem, like what question are we actually trying to answer here? Then you develop your game plan, design the research, and then you go out and collect the data. After that comes the fun part. You dive in, prepare and analyze all that info, and finally, you present it in a way that leads to a real, actionable decision. It's a roadmap that takes you from total confusion to crystal clarity. So, theory's great and all, but how does this actually play out in the real world? This is where it gets really interesting, because this isn't just about spreadsheets and reports, it's about strategy and action. And the results? They can be incredible. Let's take a look at Boeing. They were at a huge crossroads. Their main rival, Airbus, was building this massive double-decker super jumbo jet, the A380. So the pressure was on for Boeing to build their own giant plane to compete. But instead of just reacting, they stopped and asked a question. They actually went out and talked to 913 international travelers. And the results were kind of stunning. Over 60% of people said they'd actually prefer a smaller, more efficient plane that could fly them directly to their destination, nonstop. They didn't want a giant flying hotel, they just wanted to get where they were going faster. And that one single insight led directly to the development of a whole new generation of smaller, more efficient long-range jets. Okay, here's another fantastic example. Back in the early 2000s, Toyota was trying to figure out how to attract younger buyers. Generation Y. Gen Y looked at the Toyota brand and thought it was it was the car their parents drove. So Toyota decided to launch a whole new brand, Scion. But they knew they couldn't just guess what this generation wanted in a car. So what did their research uncover? It turned out that for Gen Y, a car wasn't just transportation. It was about individuality, about self-expression. So what did Scion do? It launched with a huge focus on customization. You could get these powerful stereos, cool interior lighting, all sorts of things to make the car uniquely yours. And it was a massive hit, all because they took the time to ask the right questions first. And here's the really crucial point. This whole process isn't some abstract thing that happens in a corporate boardroom. It has a direct, real impact on the products we see, the services we use, and the choices we get to make every single day. When you boil it all down, marketing research is really the essential link. It's the bridge that connects customer groups, that's you and me, with the marketing managers who are making the big decisions. It's about assessing our needs and feeding that information back so they can create the things we actually want and need. It's like this constant conversation that's happening even if we don't realize we're a part of it.
So I'll leave you with this. The next time you pick up a product that you just absolutely love, I don't care if it's your phone, your favorite coffee, your running shoes, just take a second and think. What questions did that company ask to get this so right? What did they have to learn about you, your habits, and what you want to create something that feels like it was made just for you? Because chances are, it wasn't an accident at all.